From magazine covers, social media feeds, our world often just bombards us with a very specific, very visual idea of beauty. But what happens when we, look beyond just the surface? What if real beauty isn't only about what meets the eye? Today on the Deep Dive, our mission is to unpack Lord Byron's famous poem, She Walks in Beauty. We're going to explore his unique, really quite insightful take on what makes someone truly beautiful. We'll be drawing from the poem itself, some fascinating insights into Byron's own life, and really digging into the analytical questions our source material brings up.
Absolutely. Think of this deep dive as a journey into, well, a poetic snapshot of beauty that genuinely goes beyond the superficial. Byron, as an English Romantic poet, he manages to capture something quite timeless. He shows how that external allure can mirror a really profound inner state. It's a definition of beauty that still resonates centuries later.
So let's start with the man himself, George Gordon Byron, Lord Byron. Born 1788, he lived a life honestly as dramatic as his poetry. An aristocrat, a satirist. His education at Harrow and then Trinity College, Cambridge, really shaped that sharp wit he's known for.
Right. And his grand tour of Europe and the Orient when he was just 21, that hugely shaped his worldview. It directly fed into works like Childe Harold's Pilgrimage.
Which almost overnight made him incredibly famous back in England. Huge star.
And that fame really set the stage for a poem like She Walks in Beauty. It's short, lyrical, a pure celebration of female beauty focused on this unnamed woman. Byron's genius here isn't just describing her looks, but how he seamlessly links it to her inner goodness. That connection is what makes her so uniquely captivating in his eyes. He compares her to the night sky, capturing this serene, perfect beauty.
And what's really interesting is, while it feels like a love poem, Byron never actually says he loves her in the poem. It makes you wonder about the nature of that admiration. Is it love, or maybe appreciation for an ideal, something else?
That's a great point to consider as we look closer.
Okay, let's dive into those opening lines. They immediately set this kind of celestial scene. It's a masterclass in imagery, really. Byron writes, "She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. And all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes."
That opening is just so striking, isn't it? He doesn't just say she's beautiful. He instantly elevates her, comparing her to a cloudless night with starry skies.
Yeah, it's not your typical bright, sunny kind of beauty.
Exactly. It's this unique blend, the dark and bright, perfectly meeting in her features and especially her eyes. It gives her this cosmic, almost otherworldly quality. It's way beyond just physical attraction.
And he builds on that with such precision. He says she's thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. So mellowed, suggesting smooth, soft, and gaudy, meaning bright and showy.
Right. It emphasizes this subtle, serene quality of her light, a sharp contrast to the harsh brightness of, midday sun.
It's a beauty that sort of whispers, doesn't shout.
And this immediately brings up the question, how do you get such a perfect balance? It seems almost impossible. Byron explains, "One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace."
Wow. So suggesting this incredibly precise perfection in how she looks, like any tiny change one way or the other would just diminish that charm.
Precisely. It's a testament to this exquisite harmony he sees in her.
And he does ground this ethereal description with specific details, too, which I find fascinating. He mentions her raven tress.
Her wavy black hair, yes.
And describes how this tender light softly lightens o'er her face.
He completes the picture, moving from the grand cosmic scale down to the very personal.
Yeah, it's a complete image.
And this is exactly where the poem pivots, I think.
Yeah.
It reveals Byron's really profound understanding of beauty. He connects this outer beauty so seamlessly to inner virtue. He makes it clear her appearance isn't just skin deep, it's a direct reflection of her character.
Right. He moves straight into lines revealing her inner self, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. That phrase dwelling place is so evocative, isn't it?
It is, beautifully referring to her mind, her thoughts, showing how her inner world is so pure, so dear, that it just shines outwards.
And then her cheek and brow are described as so soft, so calm, yet eloquent.
Eloquent meaning expressive. So her composure, the lines of her face, they speak volumes about her character without a word.
Her serenity is its own language.
Well put.
And it goes even deeper. He talks about her smiles that win, the tints that glow. These aren't just physical things. They actually tell of days and goodness spent.
Exactly. Firmly linking her physical appeal directly to her moral character, it almost suggests her beauty is a result of living a virtuous life.
A consequence of goodness.
Yes, and he finishes this internal portrait with these incredibly clear statements about her inner state. A mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
Wow. Just complete inner harmony, purity.
And that's what truly completes her captivating attractiveness. It makes her beauty felt, understood, not just seen.
So what does this all mean for how we think about beauty? The powerful thing here is how Byron creates this perfect balance of outer beauty and inner beauty.
Right. It's not one dominating the other. They exist in this beautiful, interdependent harmony.
Which leads us to think about those common sayings like, beauty is skin deep.
Do you agree with that? Or do you feel beauty really comes from within? How does Byron's poem, emphasizing both, sort of challenge or maybe even elevate those familiar ideas?
It's a great question for you, the listener, to consider. And Byron's genius isn't just what he says, but how he says it. His poetic craft is exceptional. Right from the start, that simile, she walks in beauty like the night.
Instantly elevates her, compares her to the cosmos.
Yeah. And his use of metaphor is profound, like calling her mind her dwelling place, suggests this sacred inner space.
And you notice the alliteration everywhere, right? Cloudless climes and starry skies, softly lightens, serenely sweet.
It creates a musicality, enhances that ethereal feeling.
It's not just decoration. And he uses personification too. Heaven to gaudy day denies.
Yeah.
Giving agency to concepts.
Oh, right. And that powerful antithesis, contrasting dark and bright to capture her unique blend.
And the idea of one shade the more, one ray the less, that defines her perfect, delicate balance using contrast.
The constant play of light and dark throughout is also really key, isn't it?
Absolutely. All that's best of dark and bright, the tender light which heaven denies to gaudy day, how light softly lightens o'er her face.
It's more than just description. This imagery creates this unique, almost mystical atmosphere around her, highlighting her serene presence.
Definitely. And to really bring her alive, Byron uses such precise words. Nameless grace, serenely sweet, pure dear, soft, calm, eloquent, innocent.
Each word builds on the last.
Painting a complete portrait, physical and moral essence combined.
Which brings us back to another saying, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Byron's description here is so specific, almost universally beautiful, covering both inner and outer. Does his detailed, almost prescriptive portrayal support that idea of subjectivity, or does it challenge it?
It makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe consider your own experiences. When you think about the most inspirational person you've ever met,
Yeah.
isn't it often those inner qualities, their kindness, their integrity, maybe their sense of peace, that truly make them captivating, far beyond just physical appearance?
That's a really good point. Byron shows us this woman whose external allure is presented as a direct reflection of her internal goodness and peace. So, for you listening, where does the true power of beauty lie? Is it in that synergy, that connection between what we see and what's within? Or does one aspect always kind of take precedence when we define what's truly beautiful? Something to ponder.